Well, good afternoon. It's VindaCator here from iPlayMore.com. Quick reminder to subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. And go to iPlayMore.com. Sign up for a video game test of Thunder. I'm the game designer developer for a game called Thunder. It takes place here in our Milky Way galaxy. So if you follow the Carina arm from where we are, you wind up at the Nebula NGC 3603, and that's where the game takes place. This is a NASA shot of that. Just turn the tunes down a little bit. It's so hard to do. Okay, there we go, 4%. All right. So I kept this screenshot just kept coming up all the time. It was pretty popular at one time, and I thought, man, that's where our game's got to be. That makes so much sense. You know, where stars are born. Let's birth the game there. And this is what the little planet looks like. Planet Nebulous Prime. Now, the game is that you fall from, I'm not going to say, we'll leave what you fall from, but you're going to fall into the world. And you're going to look down, you're going to see this, and you're going to decide which arena you want to play in, and you're going to click on it. Now, so we're starting with Bear, and then we're going to move over to the Azure Island. Forever is in progress, Bane is in progress, and then even today, we started with Intrepid. So we've done a little bit of work on Sun, but we're going to give that to Iron Belly, because we're having trouble getting the height that we want. Now, we had one level designer show us how it's done, but that was just quick and dirty, so we'll have to see how it works out. So this is Bear Isle. This is done by a professional map maker. So this was done way before we had a team and we were making the game, because I was kind of doing all this stuff in the background, doing the documents and the designing and all that kind of stuff, because it's a lot easier to do without the pressure of a team and, you know, building an actual game. It's a lot easier on paper. And so that's what I did. And this is currently what Bear Isle looks like. So this is the real deal. This is the playable level. So this is the kin here and the brood. So you can see how small the playable area is. And because we haven't been able to play this in multiplayer yet, we haven't been able to test it. But that's what feels right to me, and that's what I'll be showing you today. And then the rest will be some NPC stuff. Oh, so this is a little note from Mohammed that we could actually put some points here. See where I'm pointing here? I think here, and then the eye. So those, oh, and there's going to be the fire here. So we should probably put some of your waypoints there. Now he's working on kind of a Skyrim type overview map, which with waypoints on it's really cool. Very, very cool. So anyways, we'll show you that when we get to it. So this is some gates for forever. So we have to do up some brood gates still. And so Luciano's done up some concept art for Eternal. We were working on Forever, and we thought, well, the guys are so far ahead, we got to get ahead of them. So this is going to be the first concept art for Iron Belly Studios when they come on board and start making levels for us. And they can build this stuff out. So the concept here on this guy, I wanted to have the river split at the back of the tree, and then these are gates, and so you can actually, when people are coming around, you can wash them out from the front. That's the idea. We'll see how it works. Iron Belly's got to figure that out. We'll give them something hard. And so I wanted to have the tree up high on the brood side so it's even, because you spawn at the tree and then you got to capture your own throne. So, and we're going to be having throne rooms with closable tops, and that's all about pushing a button, closing the top, and then what's happening on your left arm is a scepter with lightning, fire, ice, and storms on it. When they shut that roof, it shuts those down. If you're in a cave or the pit, those things don't work. So, and the cool thing about that is when you're in the pit, it's very confined area, so it's much more like old-time first-person shooter, so very much Quake-like. And then when you're playing the full game, it's very futuristic. having both the RPG and FPS elements. This is the central fountain, just concept art. And just talking about a little bit about the novel I wrote. It's a draft novel, goes into depth on all the characters, and especially the NPCs, the characters that live on this planet. And so there's a lot here that we've drawn from. In fact, that's given us the depth of this game and made it so much better. And then the graphic novel is what we're going to do when we pose the characters. So this is a newer screenshot from this week. So you can see I've got some foliage in there now, some trees. Don't have the plants yet, but got the trees in. I did get the cactus in. This was my first attempt to place a lot of things at once, and I ended up going around having to adjust everything because I'm a noob. But it looks pretty cool, and we'll talk more about the cactus in a bit. This is the central fountain area. So we had a major problem. I didn't even know if I was going to be live today because right here the map was just slowing down. It turns out that it was a blueprint that I created from one of our shrines in the fountain. It seems to be the culprit, so I deleted it. Seems to be working. We still have some problems, but at least it's playable. So, and then the Kin Castle. So last few weeks I've got all the landscape, and there's an amazing amount of work. Because the landscape's so rough, there's a lot of little areas that are made a mistake or whatever, and so I've been smoothing them all. I must have done 1 million of those things now. So Mike, the lead programmer, said, hey, we'll just make some code that'll fix all that. I'm like, yeah, okay. But that's for later. So, and we used World Builder for this. Now, Octavian was complaining that World Builder creates all this wonderful depth and height and stuff like that. And he says you cover it with veg and you can't see it. But I'm kind of leaning the other way now. I think that we can put less vegetation in now because the terrain is more interesting instead of just being smooth and plain. So anyways, so this is about 3 weeks old now, but still very inspiring. You can see back here the original power-ups, what they looked like. So, you know, kind of see-through with something inside. But now they've got this neon glow, and as you turn, that's always on the outside. So it's not like a neon light. It's a glow on the sphere. Very cool. Very well done, Henrique. And then, of course, all the crystals and stuff are shining much more, too. And that brings us to the crown. That was last week. So Henrique updated the crown. We needed that done because we're starting to talk about role-playing by rank, which means there's crowns. So when you're the king, you're going to have the king's crown, and that's what this is, the king crown. And it's actually got a crystal for each of the 3 brothers. That's part of the story, the backstory. So anyways. And then just some wonderful close-ups. So Henrique's got this stuff totally figured out now, how to do these crystals, which is just gorgeous. And it's something about this game that I just absolutely love that we've figured this out. You know, because you can design things all you want, but until you figure out how to pull it off technically, that's the question. So there is the crown. And then I've been playing a little bit of Quake Wars. So you can see I've been having a hard time getting first place. I guess the players are getting better in it or something. So I got first place here. Got first place here. Second place here. Second place here. This one's kind of cool because it looks like I'm looking up at the guy. First place here. Second place here. And then this screenshot actually does not talk about, I've got to talk about this. So this is Dirty Bomb. So not only did I get first place and 15 kills, 9 deaths, I got 8 kills in one round. Now look, count the people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, and I got 8 kills. So figure that out. So what it was is obviously I had killed some people. And then their medic, let's see, where's their medic? I don't even see a medic. So that, I'm having a hard time figuring out how I did that. Anyways, so the medic must have rezzed them. There must have been a medic during that round. And then they were all standing on the bomb that I had planted, thinking, oh, well, we're just going to disarm this. And it went off, and I got 8 kills that round. There was some sort of special award for that. I've never got it before, but I didn't screenshot it. This is the only screenshot I got. And then I got this one, and the award would have been over here because I had so many awards that they just kept on going. So I didn't get a screenshot of the award. So, but anyways, that was an interesting week. So now let's talk about some of the cactus. So Henrique sent me all the PNGs of the cactus, and I thought, well, I don't really want to flip through 9 images or however many there was. 12? 9? 12? I think it's 12. Anyways, I guess we can just count these. So I did these up today just to kind of show it off. So these are the big cactus cacti. Now these flowers are going to be collectible. Let's talk about this for a little bit. So I was talking to Mike, the lead programmer, and he had me put in all of the cacti without the flowers, because before we had to drag out the flowers and the cactus together for the prototype, single player prototype. Now for the multiplayer prototype, I'm placing them without the flowers, and because these flowers are all collectible, you're going to be able to collect these flowers. And these are the flat cacti, and there's 3 of them, so I can only get 2 on the screen, so I made another one. And then this is the fancy. So you can see they all have different flowers. The flowers will spawn at different times. You can collect them. And then these are the, I can't remember the name, regular cactus. Collectible flowers. And then the round ones. And I like to show this because when you're in the game, you don't really realize that these are completely different, but they are completely different. Well, I guess somewhat different. So I did up the game design document for collectibles this week. So I got to be honest, I never thought that it was going to be anywhere near this, for the next year or something. And so the lead programmer says, well, I need a game design document on everything you're going to do. So I'm like, all right. So he wants to plan it all out. So that's awesome. And then last week I did the interactive mini-map control. So that's what I was talking about with Mohammed. Absolutely amazing this, because I showed them, not only showed him the Skyrim version, but a modification which is even better than Skyrim, and so he's building us something based on that. So that makes me really happy. And then at the bottom of that doc, I had to include the role-playing by rank, so we got the new crown in there. And this is our own concept. I designed this from the ground up, and the whole idea is that, because you play one game, it's like those screenshots I show. I don't show all the screenshots where I didn't place, or the other team won, or I was in 3rd or 4th place. But that's the way games are, right? You're not always the first guy. And so, and some levels you do better than other levels. Some levels just don't work well. And so what role-playing by rank is if you're the top guy, well, then you've got the top ability. And if you're not, then you don't. And there's 16 people on each team, and they each have a special ability. And so that's what this is. And then I did this up. So let me talk about why I did this up. So I had a great meeting with Iron Belly this week, and so talking about the application we have to send into the government, and they are talking about having Canadian female game developers on the team. And I'm like, okay, we've got a couple girls in Brazil, but we don't have anybody in Canada. So I wanted to put an ad up. Now this is freaking hilarious. So the Canadian government wants us to have female game developers on our team. So I put an ad up on the UE forums, no problem. I go to put an ad up on Facebook. I'm in violation of their code of ethics for discrimination because I have women in the ad. So I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here? Who's right and who's wrong? Is the government right? Is Facebook right? So I understand Facebook had to go before the American government and make all kinds of statements and stuff. And I guess that's why they're being so careful with all this stuff. So the solution, very simple. Make a generic ad, take the women out of it, and then target women. I mean, it's so hilarious. And that worked. So they approved that. So this is the image I wanted to use. I wanted to use the girls and kind of have an action image with the girls in it. So that's what this image is about. So you can go to our Discord and earn mana by being active there. You can earn mana by watching me on Twitch live every Saturday at 3 Pacific. That's what time it is right now. So make sure you go to iPlayMore.com and sign up for our video game test. Okay, so we got through all that. Turn my camera on, wave the big hello, and find the game. Hope like heck it's gonna run. Oh, It's like, where is the game? It's like, way over here. There it is. All right, so we're going to just go through some real basics today. I hope like heck this is going to work. So the first thing I want to say is we're going to rebuild the entire code base for this game. This is very much, look at the pep. It's a pep party. Now those little suckers make you go. Is the pep opening the chest? I swear I heard the chest open. No. Yeah, it is. All right, Michael, we've got a bug. How can the pep be opening the chest? It's kind of cool though. It's not what we want though. So we don't have the shrines working. I'm thinking now that we need to remove it because there is a bug with the shrines. So this opens when the player goes near it. This is our inventory system, and that's how simple it is. Simply walk up to a chest. It's going to open up on my screen. It's going to open my inventory. And if I need to leave, I just back up. Chest closes, inventory closes. That's how simple I want that. And that's why we have these things in, to show the design. So it looks like, oh, I deleted all this. It's back. How the heck is this back? Okay, forget that. So I got a bunch of plants in. Still got lots to do. Ran into a performance issue, but I'm not convinced that it. I'm not convinced that. Well, it's obviously not the vegetation. It is the shadows on the vegetation. The lead programmer says. But today I removed the fountain shrine blueprint. Now I created that myself. Well, we got to get the little sound when you come into that ring. There's a sound. So note to Michael. And you can see how the lighting is not quite right. I was fooling with all that today trying to fix this issue. So there should be a lot of pep down here. All right. Got 13 peps. So I'm just walking normally, but I've got pep, so it looks like I'm going pretty fast. Now we've got the devices all here. And so everything's been redesigned, updated, put into the game. So we have the Dark Agony, the Rapid Impact. So that's just like going from device number 2, device number 3, device number 4. So the Wolverine, and then its companions. So those are companions. Black and white are companions. Red and red are companions. Blue and blue are companions. And then we've got these cool, ultra rare devices that you get only in the pit. Although I've got them sitting here for now. So I can just pick all that up. So that's caused a tremendous lag. See, now we're lagging a bit. I didn't test that earlier. I'm not exactly sure why this is happening. So I'm going to go a different direction then. And I got a weird feeling, so I'm going to fast run here. I got a weird feeling now that our shrines might be causing some issue. Although there's no, it's not saying there's an issue. So it said there was an issue with the fountain. So these should all be working now, yeah? All right, well, this seems to be working. So let's try going the fountain this way then. Oh, we're lagging like crazy. So I'm just going to jump in the lake here for a bit. Hi, Henriky. So Michael doesn't have the depth in there. So this, I'm supposed to be in a water. So I've placed all these. Oh, this seems to be running fine. Until I look this way. So something is not right. I spent some time with Mike, the lead programmer, yesterday, and we had this fixed. And then when I started up today, it was bad again. At least my stream's good today. So the lag you're seeing is actually from the game, not from the stream. So I'm just going to slow down here, let the game catch up with me. Yeah, I shouldn't even come down here. And this was, I had this working perfectly before I started my stream. Because I did not want to do this. So it's just this a technical glitch. There is a bug here somewhere and when I've placed all this vegetation, it has revealed this bug. So like Mike says, we need to have a full-time lead level designer. Hey, we're good down here. All right, seems good again. As long as I'm not looking at that damn fountain. Anyways, I thought I had that solved. I mean, it's better than it was, but man, it's not good. Another chest. Oh, don't worry about the size of what you're calling the weapons. All that can be adjusted. This is very, very early prototype. All right, so now my objective was to come to the enemy throne. Now, this is a multiplayer game. I'm just in here by myself, just showing off our weekly development. Oh, and you can see that this device is coming back into the screen. Oh, Michael. No message.
Of dominations.
It's very interesting. We've got this weird bug on my computer. It's working on his. That when I capture the thrones, I'm supposed to be getting a message. And he gets it. And sometimes I get it, and sometimes I don't. So I'm not exactly sure why. This crazy pep everywhere. I actually really like that. So it's going to be a little bit of a jump here as things come in to draw, because we've got the vegetation on the level streams. Basically all that means is the map is very big and it's divided up into different territories and stuff. So just checking my chest. Okay, that chest is in the ground. Gotta fix that. So that little glitch is just when it's loading the level behind the castle. Let's see if I can pull this off. Yeah, with a shot I can. So you just touch your own throne. Now I've created an empire. Now that is a lot harder to do than what I'm showing, because you're going to have an enemy team that's going to be trying to capture these thrones. These thrones can be captured. So there's 3 seats, and then there's a ring around, and so your team can gather around. Don't worry about those little jiggly things that are happening. We'll get that dealt with. Like I said, the whole code base is going to be redone properly. So this really brings back memories of building our first game. We brought in a bunch of programmers, and you're like, oh, hey, things are working. And then the lead programmer comes along and says, not right. No, things can't be done that way. And so he redoes everything and tells the guys how to redo everything. So that's where we're at. Anyways, you can see I got 15 throne strikes. And if I look down, I've got a menu. And I push W. I can push an ice throne. So, and that's not working 100%, but push A. I got a storm's throne. Oh, I'm going to fall. And I look down. Let's go over here. Fire throne. And these are all going to face towards the enemy base, so you always kind of know where to go. Now, what's with these thrones I'm placing? Well, a couple things. One is that I can collect throne energy on it. So you got 20 down there. I got 21 now. So I'm collecting throne energy. It takes 4 to make a throne. So I can go up in the air. I want a lightning throne. Whoops. And these things you can go, I call this like 3D chess. So what does that do? Well, if you look down below where my crosshair is, and I push F, no, that's firing right where I was. There we go. Let's just go down there. This is all just prototype. The other thing I got to mention too is this just in the editor. This is not a build. When it's a build, it performs much better. But that's what the thrones are about. It's placing and getting my scepter to work. Now this stuff is all mock-ups. Takes 3 to 5 years to make a game, and that's if you got millions of dollars in the bank. And we are still unfunded, although I just got a phone call. I've been encouraged once again. It's very close. So I think this is the month. But we'll have to see. I think it's going to happen. But anyways, yeah, that's what the scepters are all about, is having this ability to cast. So what's that all about? So what that's all about is we can use the programming to limit you as the player. And that's what every game out there does. In our last project, I had our lead programmer say, hey, there's restrictions on this game engine. I'm going to remove them. You guys play and see what you think. Oh, that just appeared. That scared me. And so he removed the restrictions, and we played, and we really enjoyed it. But you know what the problem was? It was hard because we're fighting in 3D space to hit each other. And so that, he said, do you want me to put the restrictions back on? I said, no, let me design around it. And because the game's called Thunder, I thought, well, man, if you could cast lightning and slow somebody down, wouldn't that be cool? Especially if you got, 16 guys on your team with the ability to place thrones. Now, it's not only the ability to cast lightning, fire, ice, and storms, it's also the ability to take those thrones, as you can see the thrones I've placed up in the air, and place them all the way across the level until the thrones meet, or they can pass each other. But if they meet, then Ultimate Throne Wars happens. And the team that scores more points during that 2-minute exchange of Ultimate Throne Wars usurps all of the thrones of the enemy and brings you all the way back to the energy icon. Let's go find that. So that's that thing at the back. I'm pointing at it there. Let's just go have a look. To the energy icon. Now, I don't have any energy on it. We're going to do all of our particle effects last, so I don't have all the effects on yet. But so at the end, you're going to come and you're going to destroy the enemy's version of this, and that's a victory condition. The other victory condition is to banish. We have a pit, not in yet. It's in our single-player prototype, but not this multiplayer prototype yet. So probably this week. And if you banish all of the enemy team, as soon as you start getting close, you get objectives to finish it, and that's the other way to win. So, and you can imagine, so we've got thrones placed all the way to the enemy's zone. We're trying to destroy this, and they're trying to banish us. So even when the game is totally unbalanced, and we've got a king or an emperor, and we've even usurped their thrones, and we've won the Ultimate Throne Wars, it's still very balanced, because if they banish us all before we destroy their throne icon, they will win. So, and this is all very unique game design. I've drawn from things as simple as tag and relay races and chess and all these really cool game design concepts and put them into this. So anyways, that's going to be it for today, I think. Have some weird things happening I want to talk about still. This waterfall is incorrect, so I'm just going to quit here. I don't know where it's going to put me. That puts me right here. You can see that's what it's supposed to look like. So I have no idea why it's doing that. Never did that in single player, but multiplayer, a whole new set of problems. So anyways, that's about it. So let's just jump back over here. Make sure you go to iPlayMore.com, sign up for our video game tests. So I think I'm going to just say 2 months. So it's going to take all of October, all of November. We're going to be building a brand new code base. And then, boom, all of a sudden, we're going to put that together with whatever stage we're at with the level design. And we're going to internally multiplayer test it, find the bugs, fix them, and then we'll invite you. All you guys have been signing up. And I'm sorry for the delays, but, when you're an unfunded company, it's not like you can just say, hey, well, we can hire the greatest guy in the world. It's really hard to find people to game develop on the hope and the prayer. But we've got a really good business plan. It's exciting. We've got a way to pay back all the investors. It's part of the plan. Pay back all of our team members. And you as the gamers can play this. It's better than free to play, which means that you can put no money into it at all. You can just play and be excited. Or you can buy stuff, or just a little bit of stuff, and that stuff can be leveled up and sold for a profit. So it's the kind of design that I want to play, and I'm excited about that. So that's all I'm going to talk about today. All the music you're hearing here is from the game. So I've got 46 songs that were composed and mastered, ready for us to stream into the game. That's the idea, is to stream the music into the game. And I want to even have this ability where I've got the microphones now to be able to go in and people playing the game and to talk about, you know, hey guys, we got this brand new thing, come over here, come over to where I am or whatever, and, you know, set a waypoint. And so it's very exciting. So anyways, I'll leave it there for this week. And things are a little bit slow, but I think this is the calm before the storm. I'm telling everybody, just enjoy this time because it's going to get real busy. And I'm having trouble keeping up with a small part-time active team. I can imagine what it's going to be like when everybody's full-time. Iron Belly's on. Our lead programmer, 2 more days, maybe 1 more day. He's wrapping up another project, and then he's full-time. So this is very exciting. Very exciting time for us, and this is definitely the gameplay of the future. It's not based on anything. We're not following the crowd and doing the same thing everybody's doing. This is completely new, fresh story, stuff you've never heard, never seen before, and so that's what it's going to be. So this is VindaCator saying thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow, share, comment, all that good stuff, and we will see you on the flip side. I'm